Let's explore the intriguing concept of narcissist whisperers. These are individuals who possess a unique ability to navigate interactions with narcissists without becoming consumed by their negative influence. Before we dive in, let me clarify that this topic is separate from the idea of being immune to narcissists. Simply put, they can still get attached to them, but their authenticity remains. I strongly believe that certain individuals have a special quality that makes them less affected by narcissistic behavior. One important aspect to consider is authenticity, a frequently mentioned but often misunderstood term. It's important to note that there can be different interpretations of what authenticity truly means, and diverse perspectives make discussions lively. Authenticity refers to individuals who live in line with their true purpose. They have a deep self-awareness that acknowledges both their strengths and vulnerabilities. They avoid becoming arrogant by staying grounded, and they don't let their insecurities bring them down. Instead, they remain emotionally stable, allowing themselves to be vulnerable when appropriate. Their authenticity creates a peaceful environment and genuine connections. It's essential to understand that authenticity is not about extraordinary achievements or material success. It's about being true to oneself. In a previous video, I shared an encounter with a person who exemplified authenticity. Through his work, he radiated a sense of tranquility and purpose that inspired those around him. Interestingly, when authentic individuals encounter narcissism, something fascinating happens. Their unwavering composure becomes their superpower. External factors no longer easily affect them, and they don't take things personally. Instead of getting defensive, authentic individuals refuse to enable narcissistic behavior. They won't entertain self-centered monologues, but instead gracefully remove themselves from such situations to avoid futile interactions. Within a humanistic framework, authenticity can be likened to reaching the summit of a mountain. It's a state of self-actualization where you are true to yourself. It's important to remember that authenticity is not something only for those who have never experienced narcissistic relationships. Many authentic individuals have gone through the challenges of such relationships and learned valuable lessons from them. They have grown personally and let go of societal pressures that often enable narcissistic behavior. The ability to stand firm in one's identity and gracefully disengage from unproductive situations is the most powerful tool authentic individuals have when dealing with narcissists. When a narcissist interacts with an authentic person, they may try to belittle them, question their character, or find fault with them. Authentic people, especially those who have had a history of being honest and truthful, are familiar with these tactics. They may have experienced the discomfort their truth-telling caused to narcissistic parents in their childhood. Similarly, as authentic adults, they can easily recognize the masks narcissistic individuals wear. This insight makes narcissists uncomfortable, leading them to resort to insults, gossip, mockery, or even trying to distance themselves. Interestingly, while narcissists work hard to win others over due to their deep insecurity and constant need for validation, they tend to steer clear of authentic individuals. This discomfort arises from the inherent uneasiness experienced when confronted with true authenticity. It's important to remember that narcissists go through cycles, moving from person to person in search of those who can provide them with what they need before discarding them. By the time they come across someone who is authentic, they may have already tried their tactics on others with varying success. Surprisingly, authentic individuals may not face the intense efforts narcissists make to win them over. This could be because narcissists feel uncomfortable in the presence of authenticity. The authentic person's ability to see through the narcissist's facade and stay true to themselves disrupts the narcissist's manipulative behaviors. Authenticity, in simple terms, is like reaching the peak of a mountain. It's about being true to yourself and living in alignment with who you really are. It's important to understand that being authentic is not just for those who have never dealt with narcissistic relationships. Many authentic individuals have experienced such relationships in their lives. Their journey is not one of untouched serenity. It involves learning and personal growth, shedding societal expectations that contribute to enabling narcissistic behavior. Being able to remain steadfast in authenticity Recognizing when a situation isn't beneficial and gracefully disengaging are powerful tools for authentic individuals when dealing with narcissists. When faced with authenticity, narcissists often respond with disdain and criticism. They may question the authenticity of the person, seeing them as arrogant or socially awkward. Authenticity makes narcissists uncomfortable because it challenges their fragile self-image. Those who were truth-tellers, especially from a young age, understand this dynamic well. If you were someone who told the truth as a child, you probably had a knack for seeing through the lies of narcissistic parents, which often led to negative reactions and being made the scapegoat. This pattern can continue into adulthood, where authentic individuals who can recognize narcissistic traits in others interact with narcissistic adults. In response, narcissists may resort to insults, gossip, and mockery to undermine the authenticity and credibility of the person. This defense mechanism arises from the threat posed by the authentic person's ability to see through their facade. Interestingly, narcissists often avoid future interactions with authentic individuals, deviating from their usual pursuit of winning others over for their own gain. It's important to note that narcissists go through cycles, seeking out people who can provide them with what they need. By the time they encounter an authentically genuine person, they might have already exhausted their tactics on others. Interestingly, they may not persist in trying to manipulate or win over an authentic person because it makes them feel deeply uncomfortable. The clash between their narcissistic illusions and the true presence of authenticity is inherently unsettling for them. Embracing authenticity can indeed act as a powerful deterrent against narcissism, but it isn't an easy path to take. Each of us faces our own unique psychological battles, making the journey toward authenticity challenging. As we grow older, we begin to see how age and experience come into play. Nonetheless, it remains a worthy goal for all of us to live in harmony with our authentic selves, rather than conforming to societal expectations. Understanding who we are, what we believe in, our purpose, and our values, and making a conscious effort to live in alignment with these principles every day is truly admirable. Even when we have to do things that don't necessarily match our preferences, we can still strive to stay true to ourselves. The more we nurture our authenticity, the stronger we become against the negative influence of narcissists. But let's not ignore the fact that as we become more authentic, narcissists may respond with criticism and attempts to put us down. They might spread rumors or arrogantly tell us to go away. But here's the thing, when your authenticity runs deep, their words won't affect you as much. That's why I encourage you to embrace your authenticity. Work on it, because it's a journey that will bring you tremendous value. This is my genuine wish for all of us, to reach that place of authenticity. Thank you once again for tuning in. Make sure to subscribe and join this community. Together, let's learn how to stand firm in our authenticity, even when faced with the challenges posed by narcissists. It's definitely not easy, but it's a journey that's worth every step. I'm excited to connect with you again next time. Have a nice day.